Okay, so I'm actually done. This is the end of the video, but I wanted to record this warning and put it at the beginning of the video. So this will void your warranty. Welcome back to my bench. I want to do a quick update for everybody. For those of you who don't know, about a week or so ago, I had my this is a trigger spring. Yeah, 3, 2, 1. All right, just want to do a quick update on my TR50. Last week, I had a trigger spring break on my TR50. It completely snapped in half. But I have since, safety, fixed that issue. And you may be wondering how. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this apart. So I went out and tracked down a spring, actually a bunch of little springs. These guys, and I'll have to focus real quick here. So yeah, those guys. These are actually not the normal spring for this marker. They are actually for a Tiberius Arms TR50, I want to say. But shout out to the guys over at Rockstar Tactical. They got me the springs right away. And so I wanted to kind of go over and tear this guy down. So I normally start from this end, from the muzzle end, and work back, but I'm doing a little bit differently today. Okay, now that I'm here, you'll notice that right over here I've got a little tray that I'm keeping all of these screws in. This one right here is actually longer than all of the others on the top. I usually take it off last. It's kind of like a linchpin. It kind of goes through everything, the block, both sides of the polymer. It's plastic, but the polymer frame. And let's see if I can get this guy out. And 3, 2, 1. There we go. And he's just a little bit longer than everybody else. Okay. So then what you do, you take the two halves apart. What I always do at this point is I grab a flathead screwdriver and just gingerly pull this spring out. Oop. There we go, got it. And then I take my barrel out. And this guy. There you go. Just kind of work it around. There's these little pegs that this all sits in. By the way, you don't want to tear this apart a whole lot. So this will probably be my last time I'm tearing into this, hopefully. At least for a video. Okay, so then you have the two halves, and then I kind of set those off to the side. Okay, next step in all of this is disassembly of this portion of the marker. Cool. And I have another little tray here to keep all of these together. Now, it should be noted that there's a screw right here. It will either not come out or it will come out very hard. It's okay if you leave that in. That's actually the anti-tamper sticker that they put in these markers to void your warranty. So by doing this, I should probably state that this will void your warranty. Like, right off the bat. Okay, now that we're at this part, this is the fun part. So there's a bunch of little pins and things that go around this whole part, and you have to kind of work them apart. I've been using this. This is actually for electronics, but sometimes it works really well, sometimes not. Sometimes I do have to get a very thin flathead screwdriver, and I don't advise doing this. Like, cranking on it too hard, you're really just trying to find a crease in here that you can kind of start to work this loose. And sometimes you just pry and then get in here. There we go. And then it separates. And you just kind of work along the edge. All right, so now we're here. Let's go ahead and remove the trigger out. And here is that new spring. Now it is considerably shorter than the previous spring. But all it does is sit on this little block right here and just reset the trigger. So on mine, this is what the original spring was in here, and as you can see, it's significantly longer by about, I want to say like 1/8 of an inch. So I can't tell you for longevity's sake how long this spring fix will work. So now, reassembly. It's just everything in reverse. You just gotta do that. Get the two folds apart. I'll line all of this fun stuff up. Oh, by the way, before I get too far, it works. So now you feed this guy back through. That guy goes there. Spring goes in. This guy comes in like this. There we go. So that moves freely there. This guy comes here. Alrighty. Grab your linchpin key, as I like to call him. Put him right there. Screw this guy into place. One thing that I've noticed already, just from messing with it, the reset is significantly lighter now. So I'm not sure if that's going to be a good thing or a bad thing for most people. Alright, well, I'm going to put this back together. I just kind of wanted to show a quick video. Quick. I just want to do a video on disassembly and reassembly of the TR50 for a spring replacement. There's some great videos out there, and first person that I watched actually did a good teardown of this video. I want to give him a shout out specifically, so that you can go to his YouTube channel. Please give him a subscribe. It's Big J's Outdoors and Airguns. So I do want to give Big J a shout out for his teardown video of the TR50 that he has. I've actually been messaging him in this process because he had such a good teardown video, and I discovered this trigger issue with the TR50, that the spring is prone to breaking. Now, most people in the forums have said that the trigger spring itself, is usually after 1,500 to 2,000 shots, which I think is probably a decent life expectancy on that. I mean, this is a 50 cal paintball marker here in the US. I mean, overseas it's marketed as the Umarex HDR50, the home defense revolver. I was originally planning on using this for a form of home defense. I don't know if I necessarily would anymore after having this trigger failure, but it's a good way to kind of have a conversation about less than lethal home defense. So, sorry, I keep shaking my hand because my hand, tiny little screws, trying to screw into place. Wish I had a little tiny head for a screwdriver. I got a little electric screwdriver for this, but I don't. Also, you don't want to over torque these. You are going into plastic. I know everyone says it's composite or it's it's fine. It's a plastic. So anyway. So folks, that is the TR50 teardown and spring replacement. Now again, I want to just big disclaimer at the beginning of this video. Okay, so I'm actually done. This is the end of the video, but I wanted to record this warning and put it at the beginning of the video. So this will void your warranty likely if you call Umarex, they will be like, no, they won't send you parts or anything, at least here in the US. The guy I talked to, I didn't catch his name, nice guy. He just said, yeah, cracking into it voids the warranty. There is a warranty sticker, a security sticker that they have on the inside of the marker, that if you unscrew this screw, and you wouldn't know it until you're into it, but if you unscrew that screw specifically, the whole marker, it voids the warranty. Now, again, I'm doing a trigger spring replacement on here, but yeah, if you crack into this at all, it's completely void warranty. I also don't want to guarantee the longevity of this fix, because this just gets me back up and running. The spring that Umarex provides is actually a way beefier spring than what I put back in here by a significant amount. It's just that it just broke. I think I just ended up having just a bad spring. What a lot of people don't realize is when you mass produce little tiny things like that, any imperfection in the metal, which can happen, can easily break. And if I caused any fracture to it from stress, because as I was showing you guys in previous videos, I was trying to speed reload and try to practice those. I've pretty much nailed my grip down on this guy. It's now, what's nice is, again, this is a much lighter spring. I haven't spent a lot of time shooting it since doing the replacement, because I literally got this in yesterday, but it does function as necessary. What I've noticed, it's a little smoother. I don't know what it is. It's such a light spring. But yeah. Anyway, that's my teardown. So thank you guys for watching.